Okay, good afternoon everyone. I'd like to talk to you about Roots to STEM. This is our schools-based intervention to grow STEM aspirations and inclusivity. So one thing we all know is that kids really do love science, but there is a really endemic perception that science isn't something which is carried out by people like them. That may not be a problem for some people, but it becomes a big problem when it comes to the progression rates into university and on into STEM careers. So we want to address this. And our project is a two-phase scheme based on a schools-based intervention where we will directly target the demographic groups which are least well represented in STEM. So areas of high social inequality, low progression to university, and underrepresented demographic groups. We aim to engage not just the children, but also their parents. And to do this, our intervention will take place across a half-termly window where we will work with the children within the golden hour of either pick up or drop off. So the advantage of this is that you can work with the kids for 30 minutes, and then once they've moved on into their lessons, you can engage the parents for a similar activity. So we're thinking of involving them to start off with coding-based activities, but this could be branched out into any type of STEM activity available. At the end of the 6 weeks, we would allow the students and their parents and the wider school community to share and explore what they've all created. And we think this sharing and development is a key part of the project. The advantage of a half-termly approach is we can move around different schools in the area, and at the end of the year we'd like to bring them all together for a community day and eventually expand that into a full week of science-themed activities. This approach allows us to really push continued engagement and development within the communities that would benefit most. We want to see the schools building on this year on year, creating new cohorts of engaged pupils with fresh ideas on similar projects, and to really raise the science capital in these demographic groups. What we don't want to do is spend a lot of time reinventing the wheel. We really value the amazing work which is done by other groups in the community. We would draw on the STEM Ambassadors Network, the expertise of teachers, the resources available in schools. We don't want kids to be working on a project with equipment that they'll never see again in their lives. We want to make it useful and relevant, and we want to really maximize the advantage of that golden hour and get the parents engaged as well. We know that parents and teachers are the key influences in children's lives. And in terms of recruiting the STEM ambassadors to help facilitate this project, we want them to be representative of the communities we're working with. Overall, we think this project includes many of the really crucial ingredients for promoting diversity in STEM. We want this to be inclusive. We want to give the kids involved a sense of ownership of the activities they're working in and a sense that STEM belongs to them and they belong in STEM. This project is scalable. We see it expanding out across a school district, across the country, and into more time-extensive and ambitious activities. It's sustainable. It gives the teachers confidence and expertise with simple equipment that they already have available to them. They can work with fresh cohorts and fresh ideas, but they already have the training to make the project work. And we're bringing together all of the people involved into a wider community. And that community is the real legacy of this planned project. We're creating an environment in which people feel they belong in STEM and they can share that enthusiasm with the other people within their own communities, promoting STEM aspirations for the future employees of all of your industries. Thank you.